Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Khaizir Haji Ismail, Director Pusat Citra UKM. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Norman Muhammad Saleh, Dean of Faculty of Economic and Management. Yang berbahagia our invited speakers, Mrs. Novarini Daing, CEO of My Harapan, Mr. Khairul Azri Muhammad Khalid from My Harapan, Mr. Imran Haris, CEO and co-founder Discovery Muatai, team from My Harapan, and team from DHL IT Services. Yang berbahagia Associate Professor Dr. Adi Irfan C. Ani, Deputy Director of Academic Pusat Citra UKM. Yang berbahagia Associate Professor Dr. Rosila Hassan, Deputy Director of Entrepreneurship, Innovation and Publishing Pusat Citra UKM. Yang berbahagia Dr. Haliza Omar, Deputy Director of Communication Pusat Citra UKM. Yang berbahagia Dr. Lokman Hakim Osman, Head of Yunus Center of Social Business. Ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to have all of you here to participate and share in public lecture Social Business. Thank you for coming. First and foremost, let me introduce a little bit about social business. Social business is a business that created and designed to address a social problem. Profits realized by the business are reinvested in the business itself with the aim of increasing social impact, improving the products or services, or in other ways, subsidizing the social mission. This time, we bring something different we name as zero poverty through job creation. We are very honored to have Mrs. Novarini Daing, CEO of My Harapan, and her team with us today. They are esteemed specialists in developing social business in Malaysia. Mrs. Novarini has worked for many years and dedicated in helping youth to achieve their true potential by empowering them to make positive social impact. Her efforts need no introduction, the results speak for themselves. The team and Mrs. CEO bring their passion and knowledge of how to reach those in our communities who are frequently overlooked or bypassed. Prepare yourself to be challenged, excited, and inspired. And before I hand over to Mr. CEO, who will outline today's event, I want to say once more on behalf of the organizing committee, welcome. It's a very pleasure to see so many of you here. So now we are respectfully invite Yang Berbahagia, Mrs. Novarini Daing, CEO of My Harapan, to deliver her public lecture. Please welcome.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Waalaikumsalam. I know UKM can do better. Can we have a more? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Can I hear the same spirit that you showed when all faculty names were mentioned? Can I hear that spirit? I only hear it from the lawyers. What about everyone else? No? Okay. My name is Novarini Daing. I am Yoda for My Harapan. That is why I have this cape on. You can, however, call me Nini for short. Hi. Okay, the lawyers are very scary right now. And I'm here to represent the Youth Trust Foundation, along with my Jedi Council Masters, the team from My Harapan in Black, as well as the council members from DHL IT Services. So, I am seriously overwhelmed because when I said yes to Dr. Lokman inviting me to this session, I thought the crowd would be this much. The thing is this much. And the thing is, it's so overwhelming because collectively, you have more brain power than I have here. So the thing is, I should be learning from all of you and not the other way around. What do you think? Okay. So the thing is, thank you very much for being here. I hope that you did not cancel plans to do post-lunch nap research. Okay. I am really, I'd like to thank Chitra, as well as, I'm sorry, I didn't go through the formalities. I'd like to thank and acknowledge the Pengarah of Chitra, Professor Dr. Fazil, for having me here and having us to explain to you what social business is. I want a show of hands. Who knows of social business? Who knows of social business? No one. No one knows. No? Okay. Because the thing is, I know that everyone here is part of a social project. You are going to embark on a journey where you are going to perform your own and execute your own social project. Am I right? Am I right? Is anyone forcing you to do this? Yes! Okay, never mind. I've been in your shoes. I was a student once, a long time ago. But the thing is, I know that for sure that the journey that you're going to go through is more valuable than any paper certification put together. So the thing is, embrace this from now on, because you know what, when we talk about job creation, I'm talking about the job creators. And the job creators I'm talking about is everyone here. So job creation can only happen if you guys are in it. Okay? Yeah, that's me. So I'm in the presence of the best of minds from UKM. Go on. So collectively, yes, we are not here to do research on sleep, and I hope that you are able to give me the same level of energy to me, because I'm kind of old. So I can only feed off the energy you give me. Can we do that? Okay, moving on. I'm telling you, number one, that we at Mayar are very, very serious when it comes about putting poverty into museums. We want to be able to create a museum just to talk about poverty, because it's a thing of the past. It's a historical artifact that we only look at and not live ourselves. And the thing is, over my 20 years odd experience as an entrepreneur, as a social business advocate, and most importantly, as a youth believer, I know that this can happen in our lifetime. It's whether or not we can do this together. Secondly, I want to be able to show you examples, okay? Because I want you to understand that in order to create zero poverty, you need to become the rebels with a cause. We need to be against the status quo and be able to challenge things that we are not comfortable about. And I know for a fact that young people can do it. I have been constantly being inspired by young entrepreneurs from Discover Muay Thai, from Blue Bear, from Hygie, from Fooder Box. These are existing social businesses that have done a difference and have started on a smaller scale, growing organically. So it is not an impossibility. The thing is, you don't go empty-handed, right? The idea that when you do this project, dengan paksa ke, dengan rela hati ke, when the thing is, did you know that giving has it has an effect biologically on yourself. It creates a sense of happiness that no money can buy. So the thing is, when you're more happy, you're more willing to give. There is evidence to state this. So really, you have just signed up to the cycle of perpetual happiness. Thirdly, I want you to know that in becoming change makers, you do not have to do this alone. I've met many people who think, especially when you're younger, I was young once as well, who thought that they could change the world themselves without asking for help. They stay in one little corner and said, you know what, I can do this. And they can't. They can, but it takes a while. You need all the help that they can. And the thing is, you're lucky right now. You have a thriving, growing, and supportive ecosystem. You have social business practitioners. You have IHLs. You have the support of UKM. You can use their labs for free. You can use and do research for free. When I want to get research papers nowadays, I have to pay in the many hundreds. You guys get it for free. Well, you pay your fees. So make full use of this ecosystem. You're in this age where you have that opportunity to leverage all of these existing platforms for a very minimal amount. And we are all here eager to facilitate this process. We want to be able to grow with you. We want to do stuff with you because you know what? It's too late for the old farts like me. It's too late for the ones who are sitting on the nice sofas. So guys, do you guys want to do this or not? Sure not. Okay, here's the situation. Who here knows about the current state of poverty globally? What's the current rate of poverty now? Anybody? Anybody? Okay, kat Malaysia. What's the poverty rate here in Malaysia? How many? Anybody? Tak ada? Yes, no? Hello? Hello? 20%? Less than 20%? 20%? $20? 20%? Everyone agrees it's 20%? No. 6. Okay, so it's between 6 to 20%. Is that high or low? Is it high or low? Hi. Hi. Guys. Sorry. Sorry, I can't hear myself speak. So is it high or low? It's super high. The poverty rate in Malaysia is actually less than 1%. 0.1? Okay. It's less than 1% lah, since 2014. But the thing is, it's based on a definition used based on the poverty line index, right? Less than $1, $2 per day. But the thing is, even is 0.6%, how many is that? How many is that in a absolute number for Malaysia? What's the population now in Malaysia? Sorry? 31 million. 32 now. Okay, 31, 32. So how many of you and your peers out there are living in poverty? Do you know? How many is that? 65.6. How come the lawyers are the one doing all the calculation? Okay, but the thing is, to be able to know where we are, we need to know where we are right now so that we can actually reach the final destination. Betul tak? If we don't know where we are, how are we supposed to move forward and measure whether or not what we are doing is actually impactful? Betul ke? While it is a project sahaja, whatever that you do has consequences. It's whether or not you want to choose for it to make real impact or for it to say, you know what, I just want to make sure I graduate. So this is your choice as adults. Make it mean something. And the thing is with poverty is, it's a multi-dimensional problem, right? You cannot just give away money. It will not solve anything in the long run. Because there are many dimensions to poverty, and all of this has to be taken into account. Which means that there's no one solution. We need to be able to work collectively, providing meaningful solutions together, using the talents that everyone has. And to agree that we need to be able to achieve zero poverty by looking into all these indicators. So factor this in. Because if we don't, you're looking at 400 million people living in extreme poverty in 2030. 2030 sounds far, but it's not because it's 13 years. 13 years, is it very long? Not really. So I'm going to move around, if you don't mind. So are you going to be followers, or are you going to be the one who's going to put down that plan where I'm going to make a difference? Are we going to be just zombies? Because I feel that as if we are beginning to feel very zombie-like. Are we robots? Are you robots? Are you robots? You don't seem convinced. Are you lawyers? No. Lawyer. So the thing is, in My Harapan, we believe that all of you have the power nobody has because you have the energy. By right, you are the ones who should be walking around like this. I'm too old for this, don't you think? We truly believe when we started off in 2010 that youths have to recognize that they are super special. You guys have to know this. You have to know that each one of you have unique abilities to change the course of the world. Sorry, unfortunately, it's your burden. But the thing is, you're not going to do this alone. I feel like I'm in a rock concert, like a Korean K-pop superstar. And the thing is, we provide training, mentoring to people who are serious and committed about this, who want to be able to use business models. Business models, is not charity. Willing to commit to doing this full-time, using business models to make sure that impact can be achieved over the long run. Because charity can last for 3 months and it's gone. Hi guys. We are excited to be here because we're looking for the 3 top social business ideas from UKM. And the 3 top social business ideas through the My Harapan Social Business Challenge can represent Malaysia in the next Global Social Business Summit in Paris. You just like Paris, isn't it? So it's beyond Paris because at the end of the day, you need to be able to showcase and to provide evidence that the product that you're selling for that social mission is something that's workable. It is not a 3-month, I'm going to go down to the orphanage to paint and to give tuition for 3 months and that's all. No, that is not what we're looking for. And the thing is, this is a challenge for you guys because we had a special social project challenge for people much younger than you. And guess what? They came up with better solutions than those in university. So why, University students, a lot of work to do, right? Right? So much work to do. Why in the world? But we still have hope in you guys, even if you guys are going to be lawyers. Because you know what? We need lawyers in the industry. We need lawyers who understand social business. We need doctors who also have an entrepreneurial mindset. Because hospitals right now rely heavily on donations. There needs to be a more sustainable way to do this. We need doctors, we need scientists. We need to use all the things that you innovate in university to come out and serve a more meaningful purpose. Okay? So my question is, have you guys all, at the end of the day, found out what your unique talents are? Do you know what your unique talents are? No. Do you know? Do you know what your unique talents are? Yes, says the lawyer. But with finding that, I did not find it until I was 30 years old. 30 years old, baru nak tahu that my unique talent is, or actually my unique passion is in serving others. By right, everyone should be serving others. It's by default. So that is what social business does. And the thing is, with this social business challenge, you're looking at the safest platform where you can actually make mistakes. Take this opportunity to make the mistakes so that you can actually learn. Because when you go out there in the real world, it's going to be a lot tougher. Does anyone know who Professor Muhammad Yunus is? Do you know who Professor Muhammad Yunus is? No. Are there any engineers here? Do you guys know who Professor Muhammad Yunus is? Yes, no? Okay, that's mixed there. Good. I'm glad to know that at least some of you know. He used to be a Nobel a laureate in residence here in UKM. Okay, but unfortunately you are first years. But the idea is, when we met him, okay, he's a Nobel Prize winner. He is also the father of microfinance, financing to help the poor, the banker for the poor. Okay, who would have thought that a bank is in existence because they want to serve the poor? Usually, you know, you would only give loans to the rich. So when we met him, we fell in love immediately. We fell in love. We stalked him. He was very one-sided. We went wherever he went. We were in his face. He didn't know it yet, but it ended up being mutual. So we are social business advocates because we believe that you need to be able to, in providing sustainable solutions, provide something that's sustainable in the long run. And the only way to do this is if you use business. Okay? So why we do it? To better explain what a social business is, I will allow for Professor Yunus to explain it himself. Through a video.
We created a joint venture company with Danone. Danone is the food company, which is the water company and the yogurt company. You know, Danone yogurt, everybody likes. So this is called Grameen Danone Company in Bangladesh. I met the chairman of Danone in a chance meeting, and we were discussing, and I suggested to him, why don't we create a Grameen Danone company in Bangladesh? He said, to do what? I said, to produce yogurt. You said, your yogurt is very delicious. I said, for a special purpose. We can produce yogurt to address the problem of malnutrition among the children of Bangladesh. We take all the micronutrients which are missing in the children, put it in the yogurt, and make it very cheap so that the poorest children can afford it and eat it. There are millions and millions of children in Bangladesh who are malnourished. Experts tell us that if a child eats 2 cups of these yogurts per week and does it over a year, he or she will regain the full health. He said, I agree. He shook hands and he said, I agree. I said, I have not finished yet. I said, it will be a social business. He said, what is a social business? I explained to him, in this business, social business, you can invest, but you cannot take any dividend. You can take all your investment back, recoup all your money, but after you have taken back the last penny, it stops. Company continues to earn profit, but it's not your profit. It's company's profit. Company continues to expand and reach out to more children because it is driven by the social objective. He again shook hands, he said, I agree. This time I thought he doesn't understand my English. But later on I exchanged emails explaining everything. I said, please confirm if we understand each other. He gladly sent me back. He said, I understood every word of it. Let's go ahead and do it. And we created that company. We are selling that yogurt now in Bangladesh. She gets a batch of supplies from the Grameen Danone factory, and then she sells it in the village. We have a special program for beggars. So she might be a member of that group that as a beggar, she joined Grameen Bank to take a loan and start the business. And instead of begging around, now she sells around. So it's a transformation by itself. This particular job, selling yogurt, came in very handy. She knows the families all around the place. She knows where she can sell this stuff. And people support her because she used to beg. Now she is selling something. So this is good for everybody. If this becomes successful in this cluster of villages, then all we have to do is to repeat this all over Bangladesh. Because once if you put it in a business format, then the sky's the limit. You can expand it as many ways as you want, because once you get this engine started, it never stops. It runs by its own steam. And that's where the difference between charity and a social business. In charity, when you give the money, it goes away. It never comes back. So charity dollar has only one life. If you use it, it's done. But if you can define this or design this into a social business, then suddenly that social business dollar has endless life, because it recycles, starts moving back and forth again and again. So you touch many more lives, and it continues ever and ever.
So do you feel the excitement that I have with social business and the potential that it can bring to everyone? So there's no excuse. So, can anyone share with me what was so exciting about it? So, because the lawyers are very loyal, can you give me, anyone, what is it that you've learned from the video? Okay, you're excited about it, right? What is it that excites you? Someone. Siapa yang berani Tak ada orang yang berani ke? UKM. UKM. Yo. What's up? Siapa yang berani? I'm not going to penalize you for getting the wrong answer. I'm not here to give you grades. Anybody? Anybody? Sorry, I agak pendek, so I tak nampak kalau you angkat tangan. Kena angkat tinggi sikit. Siapa? Someone? Alright.
Hello, so I'm Shobana Nair from Faculty of Medicine. Okay, so what did the message that I learned from the video was, so what was he trying to do is he produced the yogurt and he was addressing the problem of malnutrition. So indirectly it was a social business whereby the yogurt that they make actually was, he let the beggar come and take it, and the beggar could actually earn a living. So she was selling the yogurt instead of begging. So he changed her life. And then this was one word that I actually got from the video which really touched me, which was, a charity dollar only affects one life, but the social business dollar can affect endless of life. Thank you.
Well done. I'm going to generalize and say well done, Faculty of Medicine. Anybody else has anything to add? No?
Check. I'm Kuhen Pillai Anbalakan from the Faculty of Law, UKM. So if there's a boy in Somalia is dying of hunger, it is our problem, even though he's not our brother. If there are girls in Afghanistan getting oppressed by the military juntas, it is our problem, even though they are not our sisters. That particular video shows whatever that particular two-liners showed. So 3 things, right? 1, even if he's not a wealthy man, he used his knowledge to approach someone who is wealthier to get things done for the poorer people. 2nd, even if the person who invested in that particular program had not have the knowledge, he gave the money. Third, the results of this was big global change because they could curb two problems. One, poverty. Two, the malnutrition itself. So we can see that social business is not only about us giving something to people, but it's about changing someone's life in the greater end.
Thank you. So I can actually go back home since everyone understands. Oh, all right.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dan selamat petang. Nama saya Wan Muhammad Syahidan bin Wan Azmi daripada Fakulti Sains Sosial dan Kemanusiaan. Selamat. Dan juga daripada kelas psikologi. Terima kasih. Lecturer saya Prof Khaizir. Apa khabar Prof? Okey, baiklah. Izinkan saya untuk berbahasa Malaysia. Bercerita tentang social business. Saya merupakan salah seorang daripada produk social business. Sebelum saya melangkah ke Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia, saya merupakan seorang budak sekolah sebab saya habis STPM. Kemudian sepanjang saya sekolah, saya join satu social business yang dinamakan sebagai usahawan budak sekolah. Okey, nama sangat pelik, memang pelik pun. Apa yang kami buat ialah kami budak sekolah, kami jual button bash. Okay, you know button bash? Dia benda bulat tu. Kemudian bila saya habis dengan button bash itulah saya bayar yuran sekolah saya sendiri. Saya tak minta duit mak ayah saya. Social business, right? So, hari ini saya mentor UBS. Saya merupakan salah seorang mentor usahawan budak sekolah. Kami bekerjasama dengan salah satu rumah anak yatim di Kelang, rumah anak yatim Khairiah. Okey. Kenapa, ada masalah ke? Oh, maafkan saya cuma nak kongsi. Cumanya apa yang saya nampak dalam video tadi sangat dominan dengan diri saya. Di mana kami menghasilkan usahawan. Kami tidak menghasilkan orang yang makan gaji. Bukan kata nak makan gaji tak elok. Tapi kita nak keluarkan dia daripada kepompong kemiskinan itu. Kepompong kesusahan itu. Jadi kami bantu anak-anak yatim ini dengan memberikan modal untuk membuat button bash dan juga gelang. Dan kami juga memberikan mereka ini, anak-anak yatim berumur daripada darjah 2 sehingga tingkatan 4. Okay, kami bagi dia modal dan kami train untuk memulakan satu bisnes. Jadi sangat dominan dengan apa yang dilakukan oleh Dr. Muhammad Yunus dalam video tadi. Jadi sebagai kesimpulan, hari ini kalau kita berniaga, kita dapat duit untuk kita. Tapi kalau kita melakukan social business, kita dapat duit dan orang lain pun dapat duit, bersama-sama dapat duit dan sama-sama kita menjadi senang. Sekian daripada saya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih, Puan.
Ada lagi?
Okey, Assalamualaikum. Nama saya Nur Fazira binti Abdul Hamid daripada Fakulti Sains Sosial dan Kemanusiaan. Okey, saya student Meskom. Okey, based on apa yang dapat dilihat daripada video tadi, kita dapat lihat bahawa instead of kita biarkan beggar tu terus beg untuk hidup dia, kita buat dia jadi lebih berguna so that masyarakat hari ini tidak akan pandang rendah pada mereka kerana dengan usaha yang dilakukan itulah yang menaikkan dia orang. Lebih kurang macam itulah.
These are they are all good points, okay? So you that's why I say I think I can actually not have to continue anymore. I think you guys all have this already, which is great. The other thing that I wanted to point out as well is the part where there's no dividend. I think no one mentioned about the fact that no dividend is given out to anybody, to shareholders. Why do you think that's the case? No dividends to shareholders. Does it make sense to go in business with no dividends? Okay. The reason why it's important is because they want to maintain, again, the purity of the social, your motivations. If we're going to go into business with some notion that you're going to get money from it, you'll be going in with a different path. You would have to, at a certain point, decide, do I make more money so that I can get dividends? Or do I make money to make sure that I can invest in serving others? Okay, so there are 7 principles in social business. Ada berapa principle? 7. Okay, it's a bit, but essentially it's about everything that you talked about here. Okay? The fact that we should look at people as contributing assets, like the beggar. In understanding that beggars actually have a unique talent. They all tak malu nak minta derma. That makes them the best salesperson ever. Because muka you kena tebal gila kan? So they understood, as a social business, they understood that when designing a business, you're looking at how you can ensure that the other person knows that they are valuable because they have something that they can offer. Okay? So the other things, of course, is it has to be financial and economic, there has to be sustainability. The idea that the business has to work, it cannot be a charity. It cannot be a charity. It cannot be one where you are solely dependent on donations and sponsorship. Because every time you become the professional beggar, tiap-tiap tahun, every time you want to do a program, please spare us your change. Which is the case, right, Mascom? Mascom, a lot of you will become CSR managers. I'm hoping that instead you become your own entrepreneurs. Okay? And if you don't recognize the fact that when you talk about Mascom, it's really about the meaning, not about pure image and branding. So that is as important as well. So I want to move on to from the 7 principles because these are guidelines that you will go through in the next session, the T3 session, facilitated by eventually the people from Mayarhapan and DHL IT Services. So I want to give you examples. We have a social business run by Abang-Abang Sado. Abang-Abang Macho, what is the problem? The problem is there was no alternative career path for the youth at risk. The guys who unfortunately, through no fault of theirs, their environment is only surrounded by gangsterism. They don't have fathers. They're in constant, it's very hostile environment. So they provide an alternative career path. Instead of they took them out and put them in a loving environment where they can themselves become trainers so that they don't become gangsters themselves. I shall not say more because one of the Abang Sados will be sharing with you. Abang Imran? Yes. So the problem is very clear for them. And there is a solution, all right? Problem, solution. The next thing is, of course, revenue model. how do I make sure I can get money from this? And I'm not talking about, it has to be, for us, it has to be directly linked. The other one that I would like to say is hygiene. Hygiene started off as a project. Okay, it's a small project. It started off as a project at university. So what they did is they recognized that when entering into a competition for social innovation, they looked at all the technologies available, okay, and they paired it up with the problem. The problem was, do you know water hyacinth? Do you know water hyacinth? Okay, basically it's like weed. Okay, and this weed that grows very big in mostly marsh and wetlands, it causes a lot of flooding, particularly in, if I'm not mistaken, Vietnam and Philippines, because they're islands. The other problem was people were using cooking fuel, which was very harmful for the health of the people using it. So what they did is they took a technology from Unit 10. Unit 10, I hope to hear eventually there's a technology in UKM. Technology from Unit 10 and merged and matched it with an entrepreneur who was willing to go and say, you know what, I can provide a more efficient way of charcoal. It's an alternative to charcoal. Secondly, they give jobs to the people who produce, because the technology is simple enough for the local people to actually produce it. So they themselves become the suppliers. They themselves become the ones to sell it. Okay? Do you know that there are still girls who do not go to school because of their periods? Do you know that? No? There are still a lot of girls that don't go to school because of periods. Guys, don't worry. Sikit je lagi. I really want to be able to hear from all your thoughts, because I feel that there's a lot of discussion going on. Let's continue the discussion later. Please keep the buzz alive, but maybe we can wait for later. Boleh? Just a little bit more, because I really want you to understand that from small it can become big. Blue Bear produces sanitary pads which are friendly and green and efficient, because they're reusable. There are a lot of products out there in the market, but what they do also is to sell and provide education for the girls who purchase it. Because if girls do not go to school at least 7 days in a month, what will happen? Because we can't rely on the man, really. So the business model is direct. They sell the product. Part of their money is used to ensure that girls are educated. And it's very direct. You give to the girls. They sell also at a premium price to people who can actually afford it. So this is quite expensive. One is almost 30 to 35. One pad. The only thing is reusable, so you can use it again and again. And some of them actually share between family members. It's better than not having any and not going to school. Okay, next one. Hospital Beyond Boundaries. Siapa kenal? Anybody? Dia famous ni. Forbes below 30. 30 of the below 30, I don't know, famous people. He is also a UN representative. He has a hospital in Cambodia. He's gone. He's going places. But the idea that in order to sustain, he needs to able to ensure that money is not coming in from donation. Initially, memang they all start as wakaf. They use money from sponsors, from people who want to donate for that cause. But is that sustainable? Okay. Ecosystem. Like I mentioned, you guys are super lucky. Because before this, mana ada nak tolong buat social business ni? When you set your mind to actually do something good, people will say, oh, but that's charity. How can you make money? There's no way you can make money and create social impact. But that's changing. But it has to change faster because problems are always coming up. There's still conflict in this world. There's still people who still cannot make it because we are not covering all the dimensions of poverty. So when we talk about ecosystem, we want all of you to understand that there is something that's real and tangible, and that is social business in Ipoh. Social business Ipoh was the 5th city to be announced and endorsed by Professor Muhammad Yunus. Is that the first one outside of Japan in Asia? So for you to be able to understand what it is, this is what we want. We want more social businesses. We want to showcase that as we can create businesses that create impact, not charity. We don't have to live in a form of a charity. So the thing is, we have a network. We have the government that supports. We have people like My Harapan who, if you have a great idea, will give you the money. But is it only about the money? It's never always about the money. The money is the last thing. We will help you in developing those through all the networks that we have. You are familiar with Magic? Magic? They create magic. They provide the support at government level. And we need that. But we need you, we need to be able to showcase as many social businesses as possible. So I'm looking at everyone because lepas ni you all kena like My Harapan punya Facebook page. Lepas tu kita monitor. I want to be there also as My Harapan. We love, because Dr. Lutfi, he started off as a student as well. Now he's gotten married. Eventually I'll be invited to his akikah. I want to make sure that My Harapan is there for you enough that you can invite us for your wedding. All of you. So the ecosystem is there, not only for My Harapan. You have state and federal level help. You have lawyers who more and more are coming to the forefront and saying, I want to be of help and give a special rate to social business owners. I want scientists who are developing prosthetics for amputees to come forward and say, you know what, I'm going to provide the cheapest, the best things ever for people who can't afford it. I want more of that. And I need it more from UKM because you paling terror kan? Between UTP, USM, UUM, mana lagi terror eh? Can I, in this social business city, see you guys in Paris? Will I be able to see you represent Malaysia for the social business challenge? Yes? Not so convinced. You'll think about it. You'll think about it at least. But do you know what do you need? Do you know what you need to make sure you can reach to that level? Do you? What do you need? Number one. What do you need? Money. Okay lah, kasih Chan money boleh lah. But before I give you your money, what do you need to do? Idea. Idea yang apa? Idea saja-saja. Idea jual ais krim. Idea yang bernas. Inovatif. What is innovation? Yang ni fundamentals of entrepreneurship and innovation kan? Okay, innovative. What else? What you need? Passion. Passion, I dengar lah, ada orang passion dia tahan 3 bulan je. I heard lah. I heard your generation passion, wah, 3 bulan lepas, this is too hard lah. Penat. Boleh, passion boleh. But you need fuel, right? You need fuel and support because it can be very tiring and hard. Challenging. Because when it's a good thing, it will be definitely hard. Kalau good je, it's for sure hard. So you have support. Apa lagi? Education. Role model. We should have a fashion show, ideal thing for social business. What do you think? Okay, you need an icon. Apa lagi? Sorry? Willingness. Okay, of course you need to be willing. Lagi? Lagi? Idea, innovation, passion, willingness, strategy. What? What? Sorry, can't hear you. Knowledge. How do you acquire knowledge? Huh? Reflection, course, take a course, no? Oh, pure intentions. Ooh. Yes, you need to have pure intentions. But again, as human beings, so as long as you keep it alive, right? And you need help. Pure intentions. The thing is, with the principles of social business, it ensures that you have pure intentions. Because whatever that you invest is reinvested. And there's no dividend on the person who actually who is a shareholder. So with the principles, it makes sure that that is kept alive. Okay? Cool. Lagi? Is that all you need to come and pitch to me? I have 250K. I have 250,000. Is that all you need to pitch to me? So you need to, you have to first know your problems, right? You have to know what is the problem that you are trying to solve. Secondly, is therefore the solution. The solution has to be done hand in hand with the people that you're trying to address. So don't forget, when you pitch to me, you have to show evidence that your solution takes into consideration the people that are being affected. You all tak boleh shock sendiri. Jangan shock sendiri. Faham tak? Alhamdulillah. So, you have the support. There is a willing ecosystem to facilitate this. So really, there's no excuse to make sure that even if you do this as a course, you can actually do it well. Because even if you do it out there for whatever 3 months 1 year, these people are going to be affected by those solutions and those ideas that you're implementing. So consider that. Consider the social effects. Okay? So I'm going to end this with a story of one person who also felt that she could actually make a difference. And these are from the poor in Bangladesh themselves who went through this process. Because if she can do it, you guys can too.
Jodi Mon Khan was one of the early borrowers. In December of 1979, she first learned of this new organization that would give loans even to a poor woman such as her. Today, she looks back on a different life, where every day was a struggle just to keep a roof over their heads.
জীবনে ওই ধানের নাড়া ওই নাড়া দিয়ে ঘর ছায়া রাখছি ঘরের নাড়া দিয়ে ছায়া রাখছি ওই পানি পড়ছে আকাশে কোন ওই পানি আমি করে ছাপিয়ে ছেলে মেয়ে নেই আমি করে ছাপিয়ে থাকছি পাটি দিয়ে চাপ দিয়ে হয়ে থাকছি এই কলা পাতা দিয়ে বৃষ্টি হইলে বৃষ্টি নামলে এই কলা পাতা দিয়ে ই করে থাকছি ছেলে মেয়ে নিয়ে অনেক কষ্ট গেছি
She was married in 1962 at the age of 10 and had her first child when she was 15. Her husband worked as a field laborer, making less than 20 cents a day, so having enough to eat was a constant struggle. It is with difficulty that she speaks of those times.
চিরজীবন আমার মনে থাকতো ভাত আল্লাহ মিলাইব মধ্যে এখন মিলাইল না ওই বড় ছেলের পেট আর ওই বড় মেয়ের পেট আমি সারা আমি এত কইতে পারবো না আমার কলজা ফেটে আছে আমি যে জীবনে কি কষ্ট করছি আমি না কইতে পারবো না আমি হিংনা কইবার গেলে এখন আমি অস্থির হয়ে যাই আল্লাহ আমার এখন অনেক সুখী বানাইছে অনেক সুখী আল্লাহ আমার দিচ্ছে একটা এই কাপড় না পাই নাই কে এক আসলা শুকাইছি শুকিয়ে নিয়ে এটা পিনটা তার মধ্যে আর এক আসলা শুকাইছি অহন আল্লাহর দোয়ায় আপনাকে তো এখন 10-12টা করে ঘরে থাকি আর আপনাদের কাছে কি বললাম আর বলতে পারবো না
In January of 1980, Jodi Mon took out her first loan with a fair amount of trepidation. It was for a total of 600 taka, or about $10. With it, she bought a rice husker and began to husk and sell rice to the local vendors. Over the next year, she worked hard to make the weekly loan payments. Jodi Mon made her final payment on January 1st, 1981. For the first time in her life, she and her family were eating 3 meals a day.
ভয় তো লাগবো প্রথম প্রথম আনলাম মানুষে কইলো গ্রামী মানুষে কয়েক গ্রামী ব্যাংকের টাকা আনলে যে মইরা গেলে ওই ই দিয়ে পারাইবো কব্বর উপরে নে বলছে তাই 600 টাকা না তো একটু ভয় পেলাম তারপরে তো সাহস হইল 600 টাকার কিস্তি দেওয়ার পরে সাহস হইল তারপরে টাকা উঠান করলাম 2000 টাকা
Over the last 25 years, Jodi Mon has successfully taken out larger loans and paid them back through a number of diverse businesses. Though not all her ventures have been successful, she has built up enough of a safety net so that a setback is not devastating to the family. Now her grandchildren enjoy a life that would have been inconceivable 2 decades ago. Jodi Mon would tell you that it all started with a $10 loan.
So I'm going to end it with this, okay? Once upon a time in a hall full of UKM heroes, ... And they shut the door in poverty, threw away the key, and never looked back again. I need you to feel I need you to make that story. I need you to fill it up. Can you make that story happen? Inshallah. Inshallah is 99%. Boleh? Boleh tak UKM? I believe in you guys. So my last parting words, which I'll share borrow from Yoda, is do or do not. There is no try. Forget about trying. Just do it. Okay? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Thank you to Mrs. Nofani. Okay, now without further delay, in another 20 minutes, the next agenda is 3 session, Think, Talk and Take Action sessions, which will be conducted by Mr. Khairul Azri Muhammad Khalid from My Harapan. Let's give him a warm round of applause.
Right, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good afternoon, everybody. The MC announced just now I have about 20 minutes, but I will try to finish as soon as possible. I have actually until 4:30. So, but my session is more on hands-on, so you guys will do activities. Akan ada some discussions among you. But before that, I'm going to start with a few, sikit je lecture. Just nak recap on what Nini has covered just now, the definition of social business, the principles, and the difference between social business and normal business. Boleh tak? Boleh Alright, 40 minutes. Let's do this very quickly. If you guys cooperate well, then we can finish on time, alright? But I'm gonna skip banyak juga slides. Sorry, by the way, my name is Azri, A-Z-R-I. Can just call me Azri. Nak panggil bro ke, nak panggil dude ke, nak panggil de ke, whatever. Alright? Anything. Okay, so, sorry, I tak sihat sangat, so kalau I batuk, excuse me. Now, we're going to cover all these topics, definition of social business. Nini has mentioned briefly about social business just now, but for you to really take note and understand the keywords in definition of social business, kita akan cover sekejap lagi. Introducing Professor Muhammad Yunus, I'm going to go very quickly. The 7 principles. All right, this is very, very important for you guys to come out with a social business solution later. How is social business different from a normal business? I'm going to cover that very quickly also. How can you be part of social business? And then we will do the orang kata group work lah. But before we start, are you guys seated in your sets? Are you guys seated in your group? Yang tak sit in your group, angkat tangan. Tak sit down in your group. So you guys are mixed, Okay, it's okay. I'm not gonna make you move. So we're gonna do this exercise later. I know you guys have your project, but based from this exercise later, you guys try to apply to your own project. Alright? Alright, let's move on. 4,300 students, please read the slides. 1, 2, 3. Macam lalat. Sama-sama. Again, 1, 2, 3. More powerful, go. Tahniah, pandai membaca. Alright, a few keywords I would like to highlight. Now, a social business is a non-loss. What does it mean by non-loss? Tak rugi. So, kena profit je. Do you guys know the meaning of break even? Where you dapat balik your modal, you recoup balik your modal. So, it's a non-loss. It can be break even, it can be profitable, but non-loss. You tak buat bisnes ni untuk rugi. No. First one is what? Non-loss. Second one, non-dividend. Just now Puan ini ada cakap no dividend is given to the investors. Dividend for those yang tak berapa faham dividend punya term in business. When I'm an investor, I ada 1 juta, I invest in one business. Every year I will get dividend, some percentage lah of the company's profit. So in social business, when I invest in social business, I don't get any dividend. I invest 500,000 over 7, 9, 10 years, I will get only my 500,000. No dividend, no extra. Alright, no dividend. First one tadi apa? Non-loss. Second one, non-dividend. Very good. The last one, the line in red is the most important one. Is to what? Why do I put that in red? The main focus. Lagi? Kenapa in red? Sebab nak address social issue. Obviously, to address a social problem. Now, for you to come up with a social business idea, it has to start, the intention of starting has to be that. Is to address social problem. If I'm a great cook, I pandai masak char kway teow. I pandai masak char kway teow and I nak buka social business. I hire budak-budak street kids lah, alright, the homeless kids. Is my business a social business? Yes. I buat business sebab I pandai masak char kway teow, I nak buat business lah. And then I hire budak-budak street kids. Is that a social business? Ada yes, ada no. If I start the business because I nampak these homeless kids, I want to help them. I started with that intention. Yes, it's a social business. If it's just, I pandai buat char kway teow, alright, tapi nak selit sikit lah social element. Saya nak bantu budak-budak yang kurang bernasib baik ni. It's not a social business. Walaupun you are contributing to the youth. Because niat asal you just nak buat gerai char kway teow. Alright, so can you repeat? First one apa? Non-loss. Second one, non-dividend. And to address a social problem. Easy nak ingat. Alright. Now, moving on to the next one, the profits. Sorry, the second part of the definition. When you don't have losses, you make profits. Profit stays in the company. Alright, ada dua sebab untuk expand geographically. You pergi buat dekat tempat lain pula, or you you improve your products or services. Boleh? Senang kan nak ingat? First one, non-loss. Second one, non-dividend. And then to address social problem. Profit stays in company for companies reach and also improve products and services. All right, next. This is Professor Muhammad Yunus. You guys knew him already. Next. He's the of social business lah. So dia started microcredit. When I say microcredit is a social business, ramai orang ingat social business equals to microcredit. No. Microcredit dia punya cara macam mana dia tolong. But social business, we have a lot other elements, not only financial help. So back in Bangladesh, he saw all these, issues, famine, semua tu. So he thought, instead of just giving once, right? You saw the video just now. I want to improve. I want to help in the longer term. So he started this Grameen Bank. Next, right? So Grameen Bank ada dia punya what do you call that difference from a normal bank. So these are the differences. I'm not going to go one each of these points, but I'm going to highlight a few important ones. First one, Grameen Bank, conventional bank. You imagine conventional bank here in Malaysia what? Maybank, CIMB, all those conventional bank lah, right? To bring economic and social change to the poor, Grameen Bank punya objective. But conventional bank, apa dia nak? Profit, right? Grameen Bank based on trust, conventional based on collateral. Apa you punya slip gaji lah, you punya EPF lah, you punya all these collaterals. And last one I would like to point out is loans. For Grameen Bank, apa yang dia bagi is micro loan, loan untuk amount yang kecil for productive activity, not consumption. Loan dia bagi tu, I bagi dekat tadi video tu, 600 taka, about $10. It's for her to start a business or to start a business lah, right? To make it productive. But normal bank, kita pinjam personal loan untuk apa? Renovate rumah, untuk beli kereta. Alright, so those are the differences. Okay, next. The Nobel Peace Prize. Next, you guys saw the video just now. Now, 7 principles of social business. A very quick we go through one by one so that you guys boleh ingat while you discuss later the 7 principles of social business you have to follow. First one, business objective will be to overcome poverty or one or more problems such as education, health, technology, access, and environment. You see, number 1, first principle, objektif dia untuk menyelesaikan masalah social or environment. Okay? Not profit maximization. That's the first principle. Easy to memorize? Easy kan? You guys can put in your own words lah. Janganlah tiru sebiji-sebiji. Next one, financial and economic sustainability. It's a business you have to sustain. Alright? Next one. Investor get back their investment amount only. You guys tahu dah ni from the definition. Alright? No dividend is paid back. Number 3. Number 4. Bila investment amount is paid back. Bila I invest 500,000, I dah dapat balik my 500,000. The company punya profit will stay. Sama juga macam in the definition tadi. So this is number 4. Lepas ni I'm going to get you guys to repeat. Number 5. When you do social business, janganlah cemarkan environment. Okay? You have to be environmentally conscious. You cannot use polystyrene kalau F&B. Nombor 1 apa tadi? Objektif dia apa? Address social or environmental problems. Alright? Make it simple. Second principle. Financial and economic sustainability. Number 3. Okay, investor only gets back the investment amount. Number 4, profit stays in the company to expand the reach. All right. Number 5, environmentally conscious. Number 6, workforce gets market wage. Doesn't mean if you do social business you get peanuts. No. If you employ, let's say, single mothers, underprivileged youth, you pay the market wage. Because your objective nak keluarkan diorang daripada poverty cycle mah. Kalau bayar peanuts macam mana nak keluar? Alright? So, workforce gets market wage and gender equality. Your staff, let's say you have 50 staff. It has to be balanced between both male and female. Last one, do it with joy. Right? You are doing something good, you have to enjoy it, you have to, be really passionate in what you do. Later on, we have Abang Imran who will share his passion, all right? He did it with joy. Can we recap? Number 1, apa dia principle? Objective to overcome social and environmental issue. Number 2, financial and economic sustainability. 3, investment paid back, all right? No dividend. Number 4, profit stays with the company. 5, environmentally conscious. 6, pay market wage and also gender equality. 7, do it with joy. At least lepas ni you keluar Dewan tu, 7 principles I know already lah. Alright? Social business I know already. Okay, That's why I want to go through it very quickly. Next one. I'm not going to go through this. Next. Okay. This is the session sebenarnya. Alright, think, talk, take action. Alright. So basically think. I'm going to get you guys to do the thinking. And then you guys going to present by talking. Take action, we'll see lah dalam 4,300 ni who, berapa persen yang really gonna take action. Okay, now think. Next. I have 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Okay, think. Next slide. Okay. I know you guys have your projects already with your group members, but for this exercise, I give options lah. You can use the same issue or you can find just a random issue, okay? Think of problems in the society or community. Just brainstorm one pressing problem. Kenapa I buat besar-besar tu one pressing problem? Make sure it's really, really urgent. If this problem is not solved in 2-5 years, the earth will die, humanity will extinct. All right? So make sure it's a pressing problem. One. Okay, I'm going to explain dulu, kejap lagi I will get you into groups lah. Your problem can be related to these 5 pillars. 1, education. Next one, healthcare. C, poverty or economy. D, technology. And 5, environment. Okay, it has to be in these 5 categories. And then I would like to add up, since our topic for today, it's zero poverty through job creation. So use that theme to suit one of the pillars. If let's say you are addressing poverty or economy, so how do you create jobs? All right, for your beneficiary. This is for you to think. Kejap lagi, I will make you discuss among your groups. Next. Still under think. Once you have chosen one issue, you have to agree lah between your team members. Think of a social business solution. Social business solution. Not just any solution. Not just a one-off solution. It's a social business solution that would solve the problem. Okay, so you have to remember your 7 principles. And also your solution has to include this. First one, who are your beneficiary? 3 ni paling penting untuk differentiate social business and not a social business. Or nampak macam social business, tapi it's not. So 3 benda ni, if you have these 3, you can consider yourself as a social business owner. First one, beneficiary. Orang yang you nak tolong. Who are your beneficiaries? It can be underprivileged youth, it can be anak yatim, it can be homeless, it can be whoever. Those who need the service or product that you guys are providing. Impact. Kena ada impact. Through your solution, what will change? Okay, impact. What will change? Before, after. That is impact. Last one, business model. Now, business model is very tricky lah. Ada banyak business model. But just put it simply this way. How do you generate income from your solution later? How do you make money? Yes, you want to address the issue, but how do you sustain? Through your revenue stream. So these 3. Boleh ke? Boleh ke tak? Boleh, okay. And then I'm gonna choose a few, tengok time lah, kalau banyak masa kita boleh pilih banyak to share your issue solution, alright? If not, kita just pilih 1 or 2 only. Now, in your rows, in your rows, tak payah pergi jauh-jauh, in your rows, work with 5 or 6 members only. So, like this one, 5, alright, 6. So this row 4 boleh, alright. In your rows, mana row panjang belah, you separate into 2 or 3 groups. Can we do that? Boleh Now, I would like to, I need my Harapan staff punya assistants and also DHL. We have DHL friends over here. They will walk around to help you guys to churn out ideas and also to look at your solution, whether it's feasible or not. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys 10 minutes to discuss issue and solution together. All right? 10 minutes starts. Sorry, before that, any questions? Oh, buat kerja je ramai keluar. Dahsyat lah student UKM ni. Lecturer tengok siapa yang keluar tu tak masuk balik. No lah, I'm just kidding. Okay, any questions? Very straightforward, right? Issue, solution. Your solution has to include these three and then you're gonna present very quickly in 3 minutes. All right, 10 minutes starts now. Get in your groups. Let's go. Ada music ke? Just soft music will do. I have only 5 minutes left. So I'm gonna get 2 groups to share in 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, cover what is your issue, what is your business, social business solution, which covers your beneficiary, your impact, and your business model. I have identified the 2 groups. First one, they are actually volunteers lah. Where are my volunteers? Let's go. Let's give them a round of applause. I will keep time, 3 minutes only. After 3 minutes, I will cut you down. All right, let's go.
Okay, selamat sejahtera kepada semua. Okay, saya nama diberi Tan Chun Tat dari Fakulti Undang-Undang. Okay. Okay, isu kita adalah berkenaan dengan penyakit lock-in syndrome. Adakah anda tahu apakah lock-in syndrome? Lock-in syndrome tu is a condition in which patient is aware and awake to the surrounding, but they can't control their body voluntary muscles except their eyes. So, company kita, Terra Nova, telah mencipta satu produk. Produk tu kita namanya Novus. Apa tu Novus? Novus tu satu wheelchair yang boleh dikawal dengan menggunakan mata. Kenapa kita katakan mata? Kita guna mata sebab patient lock-in syndrome dia tak dapat gerak. So, produk kita telah memberikan peluang untuk patient tu bergerak seperti orang biasa. Contohnya, semasa dia tengok kiri, wheelchair tu akan bergerak kiri. Semasa dia tengok depan, dia akan jalan depan. So, produk ini dia memberikan satu peluang baru, satu harapan baru bagi patient yang menghadapi lock-in syndrome. Okay, sebab dikatakan social business, kita tak ambil profit. Apa model yang kita letakkan adalah idea. Kita akan bercollaborate dengan hospital di Selangor dengan memberikan, menciptakan produk ni keluar untuk bagi mereka yang menghadapi lock-in syndrome untuk mencuba produk ini agar mereka dapat menjalankan kehidupan seperti orang biasa. Bukan itu sahaja. Okay, kita juga ada satu jam tangan di mana jam tangan tu dia dapat mengesan apakah emosi patient tersebut. Contohnya, semasa jam tangan tu dipakai, dia akan detect nadi patient tersebut. Kalau nadi tu dia cepat, dia akan menyala lampu merah. Maknanya kita perlu berinteraksi dengan patient lock-in syndrome, di mana patient tu dia memerlukan kita untuk berintegrasi dengan dia. So, produk kita ni adalah bertujuan untuk memberikan peluang lagi untuk mereka yang menghadapi lock-in syndrome patient. Bukan itu saja, patient yang stroke ke apa ke pun boleh. Untuk pengetahuan semua, lock-in syndrome patient ni adalah nombor 2 penyakit kritik selepas stroke. Okey, itulah produk kita. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good idea, feasible. They have products to help the lock-in syndrome punya patients. All right, that's the beneficiary. But just now they said they don't take profits. Cannot, you have to make profit. So I talked to them just now, for a few minutes study. Their business model, they want to sell to hospitals rather than sell to individuals. So hospitals will buy from them. So that's their profit lah. That's their business. That's the revenue generation model. All right, very good. Give them a big round of applause. Another group. Just now ada group yang nak buat for homeless. Nak buat cabin tu. Come on, let's go. Cabin idea. You guys tadi yang I pergi to that group. Mana? That group. Yes, let's go. Give them a round of applause, everybody.
Okay, so Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera. I'm Emarul from from one of our group. So we want to make a place for homeless because once I went with UMS and SOS to give food to them, and what we understand is they have jobs but they don't even have to place to stay because kita tahu sekarang ni tengah problem economy problems. So saya cadangkan untuk buat satu cabin untuk letak satu place which we can place cabins or trailers yang kita boleh sewakan kat diorang, but in rendah lah, dia punya harga tak tinggi sangat. And then for business models, like kita boleh minta profit daripada diorang which is not homeless sebenarnya, tapi sebenarnya daripada backpackers or someone else yang perlukan tempat tinggal buat sementara dekat Malaysia. That's all.
Thank you very much. So the issue is homelessness. Dia nak address orang yang tak ada tempat tinggal. Alright, even though dia orang ada kerja, but they cannot afford to pay monthly rental and so on. So they come out with an idea of having cabins. Alright, cabins. Some cabins they allocate for the homeless, and some others untuk public, whoever, backpackers, whoever with the higher fee. Right, so that's how they sustain. Sorry guys, I have only 2 minutes left, so I'm just gonna wrap up. Sorry. They have great idea. I can see a lot of great ideas. I've talked to a few groups. You guys had great ideas. Awesome. You guys spent like what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, all right? So I understand you guys eager not share, but unfortunately we don't have much time. So that's all from me for the T3 session. So I look forward for your submissions later for the Social Business Challenge. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you to Mr. Khairul Azri. Okay, for the next session, Social Business Sharing, conducted by CEO and co-founder Discover Muay Thai, Mr. Imran Haris. But before that, let's take a look at the video first.
At an alarming level in our country. Dealing with the underprivileged boys, when you talk to them personally and when you know their intentions on doing certain things, it's actually joining gangs, being part of a cult or being part of gangs because they want to feel like they are part of a family. That's the problem actually. They don't have the sense of belongings. That is when cases of bullying and gangsterism starts. In this academy, some of the boys are part of gangs before this. When you take them out of that culture of being part of a gang and you give them another alternative or another family, like how it is here in Discover Muay Thai Academy, they tend to forget what has happened in the past.
So a lot of this problem happen because a lot of negative energy. The problem always lies because of the family. Most of these kids have broken family. The parents divorced, and all of them, if you ask me, is love. Not enough love. It's not good for the community, and also not very healthy, especially for the young youth. These people are the future of our country.
DMT, Discover Muay Thai, nak provide kepada belia ni ialah satu platform supaya mereka ada aktiviti yang menyihatkan, at the same time memberi values seperti disiplin, respect. Itu yang paling penting melalui sukan Muay Thai.
Saya ada masalah disiplin di sekolah. Saya dibuang sekolah 3 kali dan saya dah pun dibuang daerah pertandingan utama.
Dulu macam kalau ada orang tegur ke apa ke, cepat terasa marah.
Actually, my weakness is before I am so shy person and I'm so scared to speak with foreigner and everyone to speak.
Tu keluar malam pun tak menentu, tengok kadang-kadang pagi pun tidur, malam kerja. So saya punya tak terkawal lah dulu lah. Saya punya rutin harian tak terkawal lah.
Yang pasti saya kurang disiplin, kurang ajar.
Dulu tak tahu baca, tak tahu cakap, tak tahu hormat orang, tak tahu disiplin. Eja-eja orang.
Suka melepas, suka enjoy. Tapi duit orang tua lah. Malas kerja time tu.
Mak saya cakap dulu, pergi sekolah, saya ponteng, pukul orang, lagi buat jahat, lagi buat curi. Honestly, saya tak boleh pakai lah.
When it comes to respect in Muay Thai, it's essential that a practitioner of the sports have that value of respect. It's the highest amongst all of the other values. The number one thing that you have to do in Muay Thai is to make sure that you respect your trainer. That is why we want to adopt that culture here in Discover Muay Thai Academy. Number two, about respect, is that you have to respect even your opponent. That's very important. The things that I want the boys of Discover Muay Thai Academy to learn is that respect goes way beyond than just in the Muay Thai ring. It is being respectful to the elderlies, to your teachers, to your parents, to whoever, to your friends.
Bila saya masuk akademi ni, banyak perubahan yang alami diri saya. Saya dapat ilmu baru. Dekat akademi ni kita belajar 3 benda. Disiplin, respect dan honor.
Sekarang orang cakap apa pun macam tak peduli. Benda yang baik kita ambil. Benda yang kita tahu benda tu buruk, kita tinggalkan. Jangan ambil.
Learn the more about how to confident and like that. How to confident, respect, discipline. This is most important to our life.
So now lepas masuk DMT ni, dia orang banyak mengajar saya, dia orang banyak motivate saya. Selepas ni, insyaAllah saya akan cari kerja dan saya takkan buang masa saya lagi macam dulu.
Saya buat masalah, saya tak fikir, terus buat. Sekarang saya sudah faham. Satu benda you nak buat, you confident dulu. Nak step by step, you fikir.
Saya orang baik, budak baik, boleh baca, boleh respect, tak ada eja-eja. Saya punya mak mau saya belajar. Saya tak tahu baca kan. Saya mau belajar, saya mau cakap Inggeris, Melayu, Cina, apa-apa. Saya mau cakap. Saya mau masuk sekolah, belajar, tak mau gaduh-gaduh, tak mau bawa sekolah.
DMT ni, saya banyak yang belajar. Banyak sangat belajar. Tak tahu nak saya cakap. Mula-mula disiplin. Macam mana bangun pancul. Macam mana nak cakap dengan orang. Jelas. Lagi satu, cakap English. Susah nak tinggal ke sini. Kenangan-kenangan sini memang indah. Seronok dengan kawan. Dengan main gym dengan kawan-kawan. Dekat sini main lepak dengan kawan-kawan. Memang tak dapat kenangan mana-mana lah saya dapat. Dah tinggal dengan fighter sekali. Makan dengan fighter, tidur dengan fighter, borak dengan fighter. Banyak sangatlah kenangan saya.
Perasaan saya 4 bulan, masa mula masuk, memang aduh, nak balik lah, lemau lah. Tapi bila dah lama-lama, dia sendiri sikit-sikit dia ubah diri saya. Bila saya dapat benda tu, perubahan tu, saya macam, tak cukup 4 bulan ni, nak tambah lagi lah. Kalau boleh nak tambah lagi, tapi abang pun dah tetapkan 4 bulan kan, so saya rasa saya dah bersedia untuk hadap dunia luar, nak keluar balik, saya nak ubah diri saya, tak nak jadi macam dulu. Mungkin saya akan kerja keras, cari duit. Mungkin saya akan tolong orang macam mana Abang Imran, Abang Sana, Abang Azri buat. InsyaAllah kalau ada rezeki. Paling penting saya nak sayang mak saya sebab dulu saya memang degil-gila lah. Mak saya cakap tu, saya ini, saya lebih buruk, saya melawan. Saya terfikir mak saya. Lepas ni dulu takkan berlaku lah. Saya akan lebih sayangi mak saya lah. Sebab mak tu, ya kat dunia ni orang paling penting pun ibu dan ayah kita macam mana pun kan. Situlah.
Discover Muay Thai is good for the youth and the boys to progress themselves from zero to hero.
Saya kasih budak-budak jadi kerja yang dia suka, lagi jadi orang yang berguna.
The boy want to become champion, then first time they must to keep hard for training, keep hard for Muay Thai. But if you have hard for do everything, then everything will become big for you. You know, like you want to be champion, you have to train. If you don't want train, how you can be champion? You know?
Kenalah berlatih bersungguh-sungguh dan kuatkan mental dari segi latihan dan berubah dari segi perangai nakal kepada kebaikan. Mesej saya harap budak-budak ni berjaya di masa depan dan menjadi seorang yang berdisiplin.
Discover Muay Thai, it's a good thing as far as the boys love Muay Thai. If the boys go out from here and they start working, whatever they are working in, they'll always go back in time and remember this time here that they had in Dragon Muay Thai, and they'll be very grateful for it because, you know, it's something that will never leave them. It will always be with them.
So now let's give warm applause to Mr. Imran Haris.
Hello. Assalamualaikum and a very good evening, UKM. Thank you for watching the video. I hope from the video that you just watched, you will get about 40%, 30% understanding about Discover Muay Thai is all about. There is 60% is my job, so that's why I'm here today. And I also hope that out of all the sessions that we have after a long day, that there are some key takeaways that all of you will get. Now let me start. A recent article dated on the 17th of April 2016 in the New Straits Times has indicated that in 2016, 1 to 5 Malaysian students, IPTA, IPTS, are suffering from mental health problems. Maybe we cannot see that yet, but I'm talking about problems such as stress, anxiety, relationship breakups, and all that. And it has affected tremendously to productivity of students. So I hope none of you guys in this hall today are suffering from such things. If you do, then maybe let's take up Muay Thai or other sports, all right? But again, that statistic is very alarming because in 2011, it's 1 to 10. And this has led to issues such as unemployability amongst Malaysian youth as well. We think that after graduating, after finishing our studies, we will automatically get jobs. All of you are lucky enough to have education here in this university, but not all of you in this country is as lucky as you are, like the boys that you just watched in the video just now. Some of them are orphans, anak yatim. Some of them comes from parents who are only come from a single mom who are taking care of them since young. And some of them are also really, really poor. So that's why we create Discover Muay Thai. Since we already reached towards the end, I don't want you guys to sleep. So let me share with you a story. Is it okay? It's better that way, right? I think you guys dah banyak sangat dengar lecture. Nanti semua keluar pintu, all right? But I beg to you guys to not get out of the door yet, because I have a special surprise and announcement for the ones who are in this hall later on, okay? But not to the ones who go out. Is it okay? Deal, eh? All right. Now this is the story. In 2013, I made my first journey to Thailand, Phuket. Now, siapa pernah pergi Phuket dekat sini? Okay, ramai. Malu-malu pula. Okay. Now, when we talk about Phuket, Thailand, the first thing that we know that we go for party, for entertainment, for the beach and all that. But that's not the case when I was in Thailand. I was there to study Muay Thai. Siapa tahu Muay Thai itu apa dekat sini? Self-defense, alright. Dari mana? Oh, dari Thailand semua tahu. Okay. Now, I want to share with you how I discover Muay Thai. Okay tak? Okay. So, when I reached Phuket International Airport, this is my first time. Ingat, ni first time saya datang. There are about 10 kids, umur 9 ke 15 tahun, waited for me in front of the airport. Diorang pegang card, and it was written there, "Welcome Imran from Malaysia." So I'm like, siapa budak-budak ni? You know, why are they why are they holding the cards? And I thought that I've been kidnapped. It's supposed to be the other way around, orang tua lah kan. But it's okay. Because there's a gym, my friend was waiting for me in a gym dekat Chalong Town. So when I was in the van with these boys, kanan you go to Patong Beach, Bangla Road, you know, all this party place, but that's not the case. In the van, it took me another 30 minutes pergi ke this small village called Chalong. Okay, and in this village, at that time sampai malam, pukul 10, 11 malam, tak nampak apa-apa. All I know is that I will be sleeping at a hostel at that gym. Bunk beds, not so clean and all that. But I was sleeping with people from other countries and all. So I was tired, went straight to sleep. Now, the most interesting happened the next day. Pukul 5 pagi, a huge gong will wake us all up. Gong, gong, satu kampung bangun. Okay? And the boys from the airport that day, they said, "Bro, you have to wear your jogging shoes." So I'm like, fine, dah lah tak cukup tidur, and then now I have to go for jogging. But that's the routine over there. So we started to beratur depan the gym. Okay? And when we queue up in front of the gym, when I open my eyes, there are other row of gyms as well, dekat Chalong Town ni. If you go to Changkat, Bukit Bintang, row of clubs kan? Tengok ni tahu ni, dia suka. Okay. If you go to Jalan Alo, you see a row of hawker stalls kan? But there are row of Muay Thai camps. And the camps are like that, kampung style. And we start to queue up in front of the gym, and the boys, ingat budak-budak ni, jangan lupa pasal budak-budak ni ya. They are the ones who will lead us jogging 10 kilometer to the Buddha temple. So we will jog, we jog. 10 kilometers up the hill, and most of us will just chill, check out the sunrise, some will smoke cigarettes, while the boys are praying inside. Now, I was already taken aback, wanting to know who are these boys actually. Siapa budak-budak ni kan? And then after they prayed, we go to the beach, we do a bit of fitness training by the beach, and then we start our day at the gym. That is every day for me for 3 weeks, close to 1 month plus. That's every day. Just imagine, Chalong Town, in between the Muay Thai camps, there are hawker stores. Tahu tak apa tu gerai-gerai kecil-kecil kan? And they only sell healthy food. They will show how many amount of calories are served at each dish. Your steak, how long was it burned? The amount of eggs they put inside your muesli and all that, everything is stated there. And the ones who are working and handling the stalls are the boys. Remember what I told you guys, don't forget about the boys yet, okay? But while we are training at the gym, some of the boys started to change and wear their Muay Thai gear. But some of them, the young ones, will open buku, their books, and they will sit in the Muay Thai ring and do their homework. That is when there's a volunteer teacher from South Africa who was in that ring teaching these boys English. So I asked this lady, very old lady, who are these boys actually? And she told me that you have to go to meet this guy. I'm like, who is this guy? I really want to know. So this guy is like the penghulu kampung lah. And I met him. And he's told me that, my friend, Chalong Town is the sports center, is the sports village of Thailand. Meaning to say that the boys, hundreds of them in that village that greeted me from the airport, they are victims of being domestically abused at a young age, anak yatim, and the worst case, victims of child trafficking. Tahu kan, child trafficking? So they are from the big cities dekat Thailand, Bangkok, Chiang Mai, and all that. So they were brought to this village using Muay Thai as a tool to change via mental, physical, and spiritual aspect, which to them is Muay Thai. So I told myself, damn, I need to go back and do this as soon as possible. Why? Because my passion is in martial arts. Since I was 12 years old, dulu tahu taekwondo je dekat sekolah. That's legit. But the non-legit one, when we tengok dekat TV dulu WWF, berlakon and all that. So I really wanted to be like that. But my harapan, they changed me to think more than that. Went from turning your passion and turning it into a legit social business. So let's go to the next slide. I wish I have a clicker. Again, next slide. So now, back in KL. Tadi dekat mana? All right, good. You guys are still with me lah, bagus. Okay, now back in KL. Tu dekat mana? Belakang tu? Okay. Do you know that in Malaysia right now, in Kuala Lumpur, urban poverty is one of the biggest issues that's happening too? Dekat belakang rumah, dekat bangsa, dekat belakang tu pun you nampak ada banyak kawasan-kawasan PPRT and all that, correct? So PPRT, these project Perumahan Rakyat are usually people who are being relocated, squatters who are being relocated to a more physical and more appealing environment. So some of our beneficiaries are from these groups. Next. Now let's start about Discover Muay Thai Academy. Now this is the social side. After my presentation, you will see the balance of social and business. Semua kena buat project So that this is very important, so that you know what are the social part of it and how you can balance it with the business part as well. So to the next slide, what we do in Discover Muay Thai is just like, next slide, just like how we did, like how I experienced or told you guys in Thailand. As early as 6 o'clock in the morning, next slide, as early as 6 o'clock in the morning, the Muslims boys, they have to start to wake up and pray. The non-Malays, light breakfast, oats ke, biskut ke, papa and all that. But sharp at 6:45, 6:50 a.m., they will jog from our partner gym in Dragon Muay Thai to KLCC Park. That is what they do. Remember the story about Thailand? Same here. That's how we duplicate it. Daripada awal, diorang kena ada that run about 10 kilometers, tak jauh pun. Awal-awal je jauh, and then lama-lama dah ada stamina, no problem. Okay? And then in the afternoon, during lunchtime, is when they have to cook for themselves. We provide them the groceries, sayur lah, ayam lah, and all that. They have to cook amongst themselves. And this will also create the value of teamwork amongst them, regardless of your age, regardless of your race, regardless of your religion. Because you will eat and cook together for 4 months. Next, between the period of 2 o'clock till 4:30 p.m., teachers will come to our gym. Cikgu English akan datang hari Isnin dan hari Khamis to teach these boys English. Some of them are illiterate. Maksud dia tak tahu tulis atau baca. So, non-formal education is very important. But on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, there will be a counselor where they call her Ibu that will come and give this boy psychology and also some team building work and all that. Adalah the activity, the content. But also once a week, next, they have to do things like electrical work, woodwork, cucuk tanam, okay? So when you're in the academy, you are not only going to kick pads and all that. No, there's more than that. So this is what they have to do all the time. Next slide. In the evening, between 4 to 7 is when they train with a 2 times world Muay Thai champion from Thailand. The one that you saw just now in the video, that is the boys' junior trainer. So that will teach them everything about what Muay Thai is all about. Next slide. And at night, is when they have to work at the gym. You know, siapa pernah pergi Bukit Bintang? Ramai orang kan? Okay. So when you are there, the gym is located smack in Bukit Bintang tau. So sometimes you feel a bit intimidated lah, especially for the female ones, correct or not? So these boys will be working at night, carrying bags for our customers at Dragon Muay Thai daripada parking lot, make them feel welcome, make them feel safe. And some of them will be working as co-trainers, some of them will be handling stocks, ambil air and all that. And why we do that for 4 months? Why? Because they don't have the opportunity, like all of you, to continue study. So this will give them practical work which they can apply one day after Discover Muay Thai Academy, bila diorang dah graduate. And I will share with you apa jadi dengan budak-budak ni. I have to rush. I'm sorry guys. Next slides. Next. I will share with you just a few, just sikit-sikit lah. First boy is Wan Syami Rizal. Dia daripada Kota Semarahan, Sarawak. This boy, after 4 months, we see potential in him in furthering his talent lah, or education or potential in Muay Thai. That Majlis Sukan Negara, Persatuan Muay Thai Malaysia, have made him enrolled, and he just recently competed in the Muay Thai National Championship, and he won silver medal. So these are the type of success that we aim to see. But next slide. But not all of them can be fighters or athletes. No. What we do here is not robot, okay? Kita bukan nak buat engkau masuk 4 bulan then automatically you join latihan pusat and go to become a national fighter. No. And we are not like Royal Military College. After you graduate, some of you, okay, want to join the Angkatan Tentera Malaysia Academy and you become a tentera. No, it's not like that. Our objective is to develop wholesome individuals amongst our youth in this group. Some of them are now working as admin staff at Celebrity Fitness. Tahu tak budak yang cakap awal-awal tadi kena buang sekolah 2 kali kan? After graduation, he have no SPM. After graduation, Celebrity Fitness hired him to do admin work. Okay? So these are the type of success that we aim to see. But now, most of them are working with Discover Muay Thai lah. Nanti I cerita kenapa. Okay, next slides. Next slides. I told them already about this. The most, I don't know why the slides are. The most important thing that we do in Discover Muay Thai is that we don't turn them into athletes, like I said. We are not turning them into robots, bukan military recruitment. But we give them a family that they don't have. A a form of brotherhood that is so strong that it can't even be measured by reports and all that. You have to experience it and see it for yourself. Next slide. Tambah sikit lagi lecture. Social business. How Discover Muay Thai is a social business, okay? We have 3 different modules. But we have to be sustained. First is the Muay Thai class. Second is we do team building. And thirdly, we do Muay Thai tournaments. Next slide. Shh. Now, remember our beneficiaries dalam video tu semua kan? Tu yang botak-botak tu semua diorang. Okay? Now, they are turned into Muay Thai trainers from Discover Muay Thai. So, after 4 bulan diorang graduate, some of them mungkin tak dapat kerja kat tempat lain, we will hire them so that they will teach Muay Thai to the public. And this is when the boys are being empowered and they no longer go back to the streets. Because after graduation, all of them are certified Muay Thai trainers under Persatuan Muay Thai Malaysia. That is how we ensure sustainability amongst all of them. Next slide. Next slide. But in May, tu tak lama lagi, next month, okay? Now this is the interesting part that I want to share with all of you. Shh. All the boys, they will become trainers at our gym. Discover Muay Thai will launch our first Muay Thai gym located in Puchong next month. And it will be the first sports social business concept gym in Malaysia. Di mana trainer-trainer kita, di mana admin kita, di mana sales rep kita are all in that gym now working. So we want to create that ecosystem. And I want to make this announcement. Ni nasib baik baru masuk. Everyone in this hall, bila kita dah habis launch, okay? All of you can come for a 2 times trial, all right? And you yourself can meet the boys, talk with the boys, and most importantly, train Muay Thai, all right? Because let me refer back to the first issues that we had just now. School students, university students suffering from mental health disorders. Kesian, all right? So all of you are entitled, okay? If you want to register, go to Sanul who are sitting here, okay? Now, before I wrap up my sharing, they are rushing me to go out already, I'm so sorry. Okay, before I wrap up my sharing, next slide. The most important key takeaways that all of you must have is to know what is your passion. Okay, apa yang korang suka buat sebenarnya ni? Like, let me say, for example, what do you like to do? You like to play football? Main bola, suka. This is Ronaldo, okay? How do you turn your passion and turn it into a social business? That's the beauty of it. Once you know your passion and you do what you do, you become unstoppable. But to be unstoppable, you need to first know what is your passion. And to go that far further, that is why My Harapan is here today to help you guys. So, whatever dreams that we have achieved in Discover Muay Thai, whatever goal and objectives we did with Discover Muay Thai, even having the first sports social business gym, is because of My Harapan. So you guys one day will stand on this stage, and I'll be sitting there and listening to you guys punya turn pula, okay? So I guess that's all the time I have with you. Assalamualaikum, and thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you to Mr. Imran Haris. So now we would like to open the floor for the question and answer sessions. As you can see, there are 3 mics stand before you. Please come forward. Please address your name, your faculty, and which speaker do you want to address. But we are a little bit running out of time. Can we have a couple of questions here?
Okay, hello, my name is Tasha Irina, and I am from FSSK. Okay, I just want to ask you, how do you make profit from the Muay Thai Academy thing you just showed us? That's all, thank you.
Okay, where are you just now? Okay, that's a good question. Remember the thing that I said about balance, kan? Social and also business, correct? So, bila kita dah impact these boys and they become trainers. So when we hire them, they get a fee of, let's say, RM100 per session diorang train dengan kita. Diorang jadi apa as our trainer. That is also part of the fee that the public have to pay for membership gyms. Macam biasalah. Macam let's say kalau you nak join Muay Thai and then you pay for a fee, even gyms lah, 150 lah. That's the standard rate right now in KL, 150. So 20%, 30% of it will be fed into our Discover Muay Thai Academy. Untuk buat lagi. Because we have to be sustainable, remember that. That's how a social business functions. So whatever you do, think about the money, yes. But think about the beneficiaries as well. What are the social impact that you try to deliver? And try to make it balanced. So whatever you do lah, let's say macam you nak jual pasu bunga, and then the one that yang buat the bunga are single moms, for example. So the single moms must be empowered. So out of the sale yang you buat yang jual pasu bunga ni, the single moms will get some profit out of it. Okay? All right.
And last, for the sign of gratitude and appreciations, let's now invite Yang Bahagia Dr. Loman Hakim Osman to accompany Professor Dr. Khaizir Haji Ismail, Director of Pusat Citra UKM, to present a token of appreciations to our invited speakers. Please welcome Yang Berbahagia Mrs. Nufrani Indah Ing, CEO My Harapan. Please welcome Mr. Khairul Azri Muhammad Khalid from My Harapan. And please welcome CEO and co-founder Discover Muay Thai, Mr. Imran Haris. We have goodie bags from My Harapan to UKM. Okay, thank you. Members of the audience, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the participation. Our appreciation and thankfulness go to our public lecture speaker for our interesting delivery knowledge and experience. With that, on behalf of Pusat Citra UKM, I announce the end of the second public lecture on social business.